Hello everyone, and I, Dr. Nikita Nandvikar, welcome you in my Pharma online lecture series. So kindly like, share, subscribe my channel, and please post your comment for any of your requirement. So various examples of the colloids we are going to see, which is the dispersion phase, which is the dispersion phase. Based upon that, there are various examples. Whether your solid is distributed in liquid, solid in solid, solid in gas. Based on that, various examples are there. So when the solid is distributed into solid, it is called as the solid sol. And your examples are your gemstones. Then the pearl is example of that. Alloy, various alloys, that is a mixture of two metals. It's solid dispersion. Then you have the colored glasses, mixture of powders, that is also the example of the solid sol. Next is liquid into solid, and it is called as the solid emulsion. The example is cheese and butter. So when you prepare the butter, all the fatty material of your milk or the curd is getting separated out. Some of the water is getting trapped. So that is example, liquid is getting trapped into solid or liquid into solid, and the example is butter and cheese. Next you have gas distributed into solid, and it is called as the solid foam or the solid sol. The pumice stone, which you have observed that there are various holes inside the pumice stone, so that is air is distributed into the solid, because of which you will have the various perforations inside the pumice stone. Then marshmallow and foam, that is also example of gas distributed into the solid. Next you have solid distributed into liquid, liquid into liquid, and gas into liquid. So whenever the solid is distributed into liquid, it is called as the sol or gel. Your example of the paste, jelly, that is example of the solid distributed into liquid. So whatever solution you prepare for your HPMC, HPC, carbopol, gelatin, then starch, these are the example of solid distributed into liquid. So these all are sol, called as the sol. Liquid distributed into liquid, these are the example of emulsion, and milk is also example of this liquid distribution. Mayonnaise is also one of the example of liquid distribution. You know that when you mix oil and egg, when you mix together, it forms the mayonnaise. Okay. Various emulsions which you make, like arachis oil emulsion, almond oil emulsion, then any other emulsion which you make into the lab, that is also example of the liquid distribution or liquid dispersion. Then gas distributed into liquid, it is called as the foam. And various example is whipped cream, then froth, soap form. These are the example of the gas distributed into liquid. When you make egg, beaten egg, I have written, outside air is getting entrapped into the egg, and it becomes more fluffy, frothy. Dalgona coffee which you make, that is also same example. You beat the coffee solution and the air is getting entrapped and you get thick frothy coffee. That is also example of gas into liquid. Next you have solid distributed into gas. It is called as a solid aerosol, and the example is the smoke and the dust. Liquid distributed into the gas, it is called as the liquid aerosol, and the example is fog, and clouds is the example. Then you have the various hairspray, and the deodorant is also the example. Different types, they are classified whether as a sol, gel, emulsion, aerosols, and these are the various example, various daily life example we have seen. And even the first slide which I showed you, the mist or the fog, that is also an example of the colloid. So this was the introduction for the topic colloid. Thank you very much. I hope you understand it well, and kindly like, share and subscribe my channel.